Hello everyone and welcome to my Camp Thailand sort of discussion about my experience and little mini Q&A that I've done basically because I was receiving a few questions on Instagram and Twitter, so I thought I'd rather just make a video, put it out there for everyone to see because it can be quite a bit of a daunting experience, so if I can help others then that's great. So I received a message from this girl called Ashanti on Instagram. She does quite a lot of travelling and she has her own travel blog as well. Her main concern was that her mum thought Thailand was quite unsafe, and I think, yeah, first impressions you kind of get that, like my parents were a bit worried as well. But I suppose anywhere you go, like if you haven't got your wits about you, if you haven't got your common sense, if you're going to wander off with no awareness, then you know, anything can happen. But the thing is with Camp Thailand, because you're with people all the time, you've got your reps, your managers, you've always got a plan, they're always there looking out for you, then nothing can really go wrong really, especially when you're on site at camp, especially in Camp B really, because we were in like the middle of nowhere, but I'll discuss a bit more about that afterwards. But yeah, because you're with so many people all the time, I never really felt unsafe. And Ashanti and one other person also asked me what we did in our free time. So we spent 3 or 4 weeks teaching English about 4 times a week. We'd be gone pretty much all day and it was so exhausting. So in the evenings we either just went to like the local cocktail bar or just chilled in the camp. Like they put on like karaoke nights, film nights. And then on days off we would hire bicycles and explore Koh Sang and visit the temples. Visit the local area of Buriram and Surin. But on the weekends there was always something that was arranged by Camp Thailand. So for example, we had obviously the elephant sanctuary visit, and then we had the silk village. That was really cool. But like all these little things that I mentioned you can find on my blog anyway, because while I was there I blogged like the whole thing. Nicole on Twitter asked me what clothes did I take. Like, I knew that Thailand was cheap because I'd had friends who'd gone, like, I'd read about it, and I live in, like, those elephant travelling pants, or I don't really know what the proper name is, because they're so comfy, and I had a few pairs anyway, so I thought, right, I'll just take a few pairs of trousers, a couple of t-shirts, because I knew I was going to buy loads out there, and we also got given, you get given one of these t-shirts. I still wear this now, just, like, when I'm lounging around the house. So that's just to wear, like, you can wear that whenever you want, you don't have to wear it. You can also buy them in different colours there, they've got loads. And then when teaching you have to wear one of these. Yeah, it did get a bit hot, which I'll discuss in a minute anyway, because I had a question about that. So this is what you have to wear when you're teaching. In Koh Sang, because it was quite a rural area, not really any tourists, the locals aren't really used to seeing like much English people, so if you turn up in like your short shorts and like strappy top, you're not going to be very well respected. Like, so in Koh Sang you have to cover your knees, cover your shoulders, so if you're going to go to Camp B and go to Koh Sang, pack lots of clothes that covers your shoulders and your knees, just because you're respecting the culture, and like at the end of the day you're in their town, so you need to just show a bit of respect. So yeah, I didn't take many clothes, but I did buy a lot out there. I'll admit I probably didn't take enough t-shirts because it gets so hot you have to like change maybe like twice a day, especially if you've been teaching. So I think t-shirts are definitely a must. I mean, you can pick up like loads of elephant trousers. I'll show you how. So you can pick these up for like 100 baht, which is like £2. I'm sure you've all seen them before, but my wardrobe is literally full of them. I live in them. I wore them every day in Thailand. So yeah, wearing those to teach, and especially as well because it's really cool. You don't get hot in them. It's not like you've got tight jeans on. So yeah, I did buy quite a lot of clothes out there. I just literally had to like ram it all in my rucksack afterwards. Like fold it up really tight, roll it all, anything I could, just try and bring it all home. Yeah, someone asked me about what the temperature was like there. Like, it was bearable, but when you're running around outside with like 50 children playing like Duck Duck Goose and just like playing in their playground and stuff, it does get so hot and sweaty. So you just remember, just drink loads of water. Those elephant trousers are really good because they do keep you really cool. Unfortunately, the polo top does get a bit sweaty, but there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to go back to camp at the end of the day and just lay there in the aircon, and it's literally the best feeling in the world. The same person who asked me about that actually also asked me about the TEFL. I won't talk too much about that because I know Camp Thailand did do a discussion video regarding the TEFL. It's on their YouTube, which I can post a link to. So when we did it, we did weekly phases leading up to Camp Thailand. I think we started maybe like 3 months before. So basically you just get given like an 8-week assignment to do over the 8 weeks. I think you can miss 2 and do them when you're out there. And then it's a case of passing those and then doing the teaching in Thailand. So that combined, and you get a little certificate at the end, like a little graduation ceremony. So we didn't get ours at a graduation ceremony because I don't know if it was a bit of a mix-up or something. But you do get, I'll see if I can find mine. This. Yeah, it gets a bit screwed up if you're planning on staying in Thailand for a little bit afterwards. I kind of forgot it was in my rucksack, to be fair. But yeah, this is it. Included 120 hours of classroom theory and 8 hours of teaching practice. So the classroom theory is what you do before. Doesn't really take 120 hours, but that's what it is. And then 8 hours minimum of teaching practice. So I can basically use this now whenever I want. I know I can go to China, France, wherever, and teach children English. So I think that's great to have, and it was free as well, which I think is really good because some TEFLs cost up to £1,000, and the fact that you get that included in the Camp Thailand price, which I think has gone up now, but I'm not too sure. I think that's great, especially now I've got that for life, so I can use that whenever I want. Someone called Megan asked me about flights. I got a pretty good deal for mine. I think I paid about £400 return with Emirates. I would recommend booking with STA just because you can use a deposit scheme. So I paid a £50 deposit, I think it was, and then I didn't have to pay them off for quite a while actually. So it's good just to have that security, knowing that you've got them booked and that the prices aren't going to shoot up. So yeah, I'd definitely recommend STA Travel. I mean, so many people flew with like Qatar, Etihad, but Emirates was just there for me, and it was great. I loved Emirates. So much free food, like the people were really nice. It was a layover in Dubai, and Dubai airport was really nice. A bit expensive, but technically been to Dubai, but technically not. But yeah, no, STA Travel definitely. Someone asked me if it was worth signing up for the week elective at the Elephant Sanctuary. I personally didn't do it. My friend did it, Georgia, and she said she really enjoyed it. Because you got to do a lot more than what you did with the 2 days there. You get to get a bit more involved with people who are strictly volunteering at the Elephant Sanctuary. Again, this is just Camp B, so I don't know if it's different for other camps. Like, you'll have to check out, but this is just my Camp B experience. So yeah, I think it was £200. Like, I originally wanted to do it, but then I decided to do something else instead. But I mean, even if you don't do it, you still do get to like bathe elephants, hang out with them, learn about what they've been through, look after them, feed them, everything really. Everything that you wouldn't do if you were to just go to Thailand and like pay to ride an elephant. We actually get included, spending a day with all these amazing elephants. You get to meet all the mahouts as well, they're really cute. Don't speak much English, but yeah, we also got free food there, and the food was amazing. So yeah, I mean, even if you don't sign up for the week elective, I mean, the 2 days are great. I do want to go back to Thailand one day and spend maybe like a month volunteering in an elephant sanctuary. But initially, like, the 2 days was enough. But I mean, if you've got the money, if you've got the time, and you do want to do the extra week, I mean, go for it. I mean, I think it crosses over with something like one of the other trips. Again, that might have changed, so it might be worth checking. But I don't see any harm in doing it. I know there's so many different elephant sanctuaries across Thailand. The one with the Surin project had 7 elephants. Again, that's all on my blog about the whole thing there. So you can read about that as well, and then you can see if maybe from that, if you do want to sign up for a bit more, because you do get to spend more time with them and actually get stuck in a bit more into the routine of the other volunteers. I think that involves getting up at like 7 and working till like 7 every night with the elephants, which I think is really good. But I mean, I just didn't have the money and I didn't have the time because I think I was in Cambodia instead. But yeah, I mean, if you want to do it, do it. Anything I wish I knew before? I think how well respected, like, I suppose English people and like the teachers are out there. Like, we'd be teaching the children and they would literally idolise you. It was so cute. Like, I knew that we'd been told that teachers there were really loved, but I didn't realise how much. Like, we were just going in and these like little children would just be hugging you, high-fiving, like shaking your hand, like showing you so much love, and it was so cute. So that's really good to know. So it's good to like expect that, because we weren't, and we were a bit like, whoa. Okay. I don't know, really. It's kind of good to go with like an open mind. And that's what I did, because honestly I didn't really know what I was expecting, which is kind of why I've like blogged about it and shared it and made this video, just so I can try and help others. Because I literally, people asked me like where I was going and I just said teaching English, helping elephants. That was literally all I knew. But I suppose it's quite good like going out there and not knowing, because yeah, it does give you an open mind. It allows you to meet people, learn new things, immerse yourself in the culture, learn about the culture, try new things, eat new things, which I didn't really do. Oh, yes. One thing I wish I knew was how hard it was to be a vegetarian out there. I mean, it worked. I didn't go starving, but you do have to double check, because a lot of the food is also cooked with like, is it like oyster oil or something? If you want vegetarian food, you literally have to stress it, no meat, no fish. So I feel sorry for the vegans. There was a few vegans in camp. I mean, that must have been really hard because a lot of the food is cooked with egg. But I think if you stress it, like if you just plan it before, I mean, you can't go wrong with like rice and vegetables anyway, which was always really nice when I had that. But yeah, it was just hard sometimes in some restaurants to find vegetarian food. But I think that's about it really. Like I said, I've put so much on my blog about this. I've also did like a little compilation video, like it's nothing special, if you just want to check that out and just see like the kind of stuff we all got up to. But if you've got any questions, you can just message me from my blog or tweet me or just comment on here and I'll try and help, because it really is such a good time. Like, I really want to do it again. Like, I thought about maybe going back as a rep, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if you've applied, you will love it. And if you haven't applied, then you should consider it. Thank you! When I need you the